Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with Ange. It's your host Angelina, and I am back, y'all, after like 3 months. 3 months since my last episode, and that is crazy because the spring semester just ended. My last episode was when the spring semester started, and so I've been busy. I've been real busy, and I feel like all of us have. The spring semester has been a little tough. But anyways, today we will be talking about healing. We are going to be talking about healing, mindset, self-love, everything along those lines, because that's what I've been doing for the past few months, and it has truly been, I'm still healing, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. But I wanted to talk about that because I just feel like a lot of us are going through that season in our lives right now where we are healing. We are just moving on to a new season in our lives. And so I feel like this is very relevant. And so this episode is all about healing and love and singleness and again, all those things, right? I think healing is so important and people overlook that all the time. And it could be healing from a breakup, healing from family trauma, healing from trauma in general, because it's truly the fundamental for self-love. And everything I talk about here is ultimately for self-love. And so, again, like I said, these past few months, that's all I've been doing is just truly focusing on myself and my relationship with the people around me who love me, who I love, and of course with God always. And I guess I just want to share these things with you because I know that you might be going through these things as well. I'm going to search up the definition on Google. So healing based on Google is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Okay, why is that kind of deep? Why is that kind of deep right now? Not me about to cry, bro. So healing, the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Becoming whole, becoming healthy again. Y'all, healing is truly about bringing yourself back to yourself. So after all that hurt, after the situation, bringing you back to yourself. It's not about becoming someone completely different. It's about becoming yourself and your higher powerful self. And when we think of healing, we usually think of, I just have to get over something. Healing, getting over something, overcoming a situation, an obstacle, a person. Healing is more than that. It's bringing you back to yourself and your higher self. It's not about becoming someone completely different. It's not about revenge. It's about you. And healing is all about you becoming yourself again. I don't know why that was deep, yo. That was hella deep. I'm about to heal through this video, y'all. Oh my gosh. So anyways, we're gonna get comfortable. I'm gonna get comfortable here. I'm gonna lay back, stuff, whatever. So the past few months, like I've said, I've just been healing, focusing on myself, my relationship with the people around me, my relationship with God. It has truly been such a peaceful and happy process. The number one thing I learned, and it's in my recent podcast as well, don't take things personal. You can find that on Spotify, but do not take anything personal. And I learned that throughout my healing process, my healing journey. But the second thing I learned is to stop seeking external validation. And by this, I mean stop thinking about what people think of you. Stop trying to find the approval. Stop trying to seek the approval, the validation from anyone else besides you. Because ultimately, it's only you and God whose validation you truly need to seek. Because at the end of the day, is truly you. You got yourself at the end of the day. And healing is all about you. To heal is to stop seeking external validation. External validation is not sustainable. It doesn't validate you for a long period of time. And that's because ultimately how you feel about yourself is what's sustaining. Because when you know that you are confident, you are beautiful, you are capable, you are powerful, and someone tells you otherwise, they kind of become irrelevant, because you know that about yourself. Because you know that you put in the work to become those things. And what someone say, based on what they saw for like an hour, or based on the things that they saw, it becomes irrelevant because you know yourself, right? But when you don't feel confident, when you don't feel powerful, when you feel like you're dumb, then what people say does affect you. And people will say you're dumb, and you're going to believe that. It's all about mindset, and it's all about where you and how you think about yourself. And that plays a big part in healing as well. And two, stop seeing yourself the way people who don't like you see you. Stop seeing yourself the way people who don't like you see you. And see yourself the way you want others to see you. And how others see you is based on how you see yourself. I hope that makes sense. People see you the way you see yourself. So when you see yourself as dumb and capable, and you start acting that way, your energy becomes like that. Okay? When you start to feel insecure about things, and you act upon those insecurities, people feel that energy. People feel that. And it's not because that's how it is. That's because your energy. For example, I'm going to an event. It's people I don't know. I showed up alone. And I don't know anyone. And I feel out of place. Everyone has a friend. Everyone has a partner. Everyone has a group that they're hanging out with. And I'm just there. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know who to talk to. And it's just awkward. It's like, why should I be here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't... But if I walked into that room and I was like, I don't feel comfortable, I want to go home. People feel that energy, y'all. People feel energy. Energy is everything. And I live by energy, and people feel it. I feel it, you feel it, we all feel energy. When someone doesn't want to be there, you feel that. When someone is happy to be there, you also feel that. And ultimately, regardless if you're happy to be there or not, you have to put up that energy. You have to you have to have an inviting energy. Even when I'm in a room of people I do not know, I have a pep talk with myself, because at the end of the day, I'm not alone. Honestly, God is right next to me. God is right next to me, bro. Like, I'm not alone. I'm chilling. But I have that inviting energy, and it's not like I'm timid. It's not like I'm scared. I feel confident because I know that, if I want to go talk to people, I could talk to someone. If I wanted to bring a friend, I could have brought a friend. You have to see past these things. You have to think about these things, because when you think, oh dang, like, I'm here alone, I probably look so stupid, I probably look so lonely, they probably think I'm weird. Why are you thinking about what people are thinking? Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Because you're at that event for you, right? Wherever you are, because of you, because you wanted to go there. And how people view you, when you know you have good intentions, when you know you were there, you were there with grace, with empathy, you were there with natural good vibes, and people probably feel some type of way. Don't even think about that. The number one thing to healing, to self-love, is to stop thinking about what other people think, which brings me back to stop seeking external validation, because at the end of the day, it really does not matter at all. Stop thinking about how other people view you. Stop thinking about how other people think about you, because at the end of the day, if you know that you are putting in the work, if you know that you are doing everything that you can, that's all that matters, because everyone has something to say. Everyone will always have something to say. Even you. You are your own biggest critic. Everyone has something to say, especially you. So when you reform your thoughts to think positively about yourself, I don't know if you guys hear all that energy upstairs. But yeah, so when you think positively about yourself, people around you are going to think positively about you, because how you think about yourself is how you act. How you think about yourself is how you act. And how you act, your energy you give off, that's how people view you as well. So if you give off very, insecure, negative energy, people are going to see that. If you see yourself that way, people are going to see that as well. So it's time to reframe your mind. It's time to heal by bringing yourself back to you. And again, healing is a big part of self-love. And self-love is what I'm always going to be preaching and talking about. Self-love, self-love, self-love. Because that is how you elevate yourself. That's how you get everything that you want out of life. By self-love, by loving yourself, by growing and becoming your best self through the love of yourself, through the love of you. And so healing, so important. Remember, healing is about bringing yourself back to yourself. It's about becoming healthy again. Keyword again, because you were healthy before that trauma. You were healthy before those thoughts. Healing is about bringing yourself back to that. Now we are going to talk about not doing things that you know is bad for you. Because, y'all, I think what's so hard about healing is that we continue to do the things that are bad for us, and we know they're bad for us. We continue to do things that we know are bad for us because they're habits or because they make us feel good temporarily. But regardless, we know it's wrong, but we continue to still do it. And why is that? Because when we do those things, it's bringing us back to base one, right? We're making all these steps to heal, to become ourselves again. And then we go back to do the same thing that brings us all the way back to step one. It's okay to relapse. It's okay to go back to those old habits. But you have to recognize that, and you have to have the discipline to change that. Self-discipline. Self-discipline, 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 y'all. Theoretically, I'm healing from a relationship. I'm healing from someone I used to be with for a long period of time, right? If I continue to go back to this person and to text them or to, catch up or to talk to them, to stay mutual, to stay friends, how does that work, bro? Tell me how that works. Like, if you break up with your ex and you guys are still friends, still texting each other, you guys need healing. You need healing from them, right? You need healing from them. But you want to be friends, you want to be chill with them. It was a mutual breakup. You want to be cool. How does that work? How are you going to heal? If you still have what you're healing from in your life, it doesn't work like that. So let's give an analogy, right? So you are a chef. You're making dinner, okay? You're making dinner. You're cutting up some meat. You're cutting up some vegetables, okay? And then you're also watching Netflix. Okay, like the new episode of or Bridgerton, right? A new version of Bridgerton that just came out. You're like, oh, you're watching it. And then you're also cutting meat, you're watching it. And then boom, you cut your fan, okay? And then blood is like gushing out, gross, everything. Blood is everywhere. You go get a Band-Aid, you go put it on, like, oh dang it, I'm so dumb. Why was I watching a movie while using a knife? You're gonna put Band-Aid on, okay? You go wash your hands, go clean up. You come back to cooking because you're still making dinner. You still have to make dinner. So you go back to cooking and then you start watching a movie again. Tell me. Tell me how that works. Put your Band-Aid on, you're cutting up meat again. Or you turn on your Netflix show. And then you cut yourself again. Like, what do you expect? What are you expecting? You cut your hand, you go put a Band-Aid on, you're healing, you're putting the work to go get a Band-Aid, and then you go back, you're cutting, you're like, okay, yeah, that was dumb, why would I do that? And then, boom, a scene comes up, and you're like, oh, shit, and then you cut yourself again. I don't know if that's a good example, but think about it. Why? You shouldn't have done it. You know it was dumb to do it in the beginning, so why are you going to go back and do the same thing again? Why? Even though because it's a new season, I love the movie. It's so entertaining. I'm so bored, cutting my meat. I'm so bored cutting vegetables and just not doing anything. So you're gonna watch your movie again, because you're so bored, and then you're gonna do the same thing over and over and over and over. And maybe, right? There's always a possibility like, oh, maybe I won't cut myself this time. Maybe I won't cut. I'll be more careful this time. Regardless, do you see how hypocritical, how dumb, how the logic just looks? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. For you to keep doing the same things over and over again, even when you know it's not right, it doesn't work. And two, it just makes you mentally, emotionally, you think about yourself less when you're doing things you're not supposed to do. When you're doing things you're not supposed to do, you think about yourself less, regardless if you want to deny that or not. That lack of discipline is going to eat you up. And it's low-key your biggest enemy. Like, how you think about yourself, y'all, is your biggest enemy. And that's why when I emphasize, when you know you're not supposed to do something, but you continue to do it, it belittles yourself. It doesn't even matter what anyone thinks. All of this is not even about anyone else. Healing, self-love, confidence. It's not about anyone else. It's about you. And when you're doing things you're not supposed to do, but you continue to do it, you're hurting yourself. No one cares. I know I'm not supposed to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. Again, it just belittles your self-confidence. It belittles your self-worth. It belittles how you think about yourself because you're doing things that you already know you shouldn't be doing. So again, how anyone thinks at this point, it doesn't matter. It's how you think about yourself. And when you know you're not supposed to be doing something, but you continue to do it, that lack of self-discipline, that lack of self-love, ultimately, is going to eat you up. Going to eat you up. So good. So, we talked about stop seeking validation from other people. We talked about stop going back to things that you know are bad for you. Stop trying to heal while doing things you need healing from. Or stop trying to heal from people while they are still in your life. We also talked about having that self-discipline, to stop doing things that you know is bad for you. And we also talked about how people see you the way you see yourself. I also wanted to talk about if you are not happy with where you are, start putting in the work to get there. If you are not happy with where you are, why are you still where you are? That's crazy. That is so crazy to think about. Because I know so many people who are not happy with where they are. They are not happy with their job. They are miserable. They are just not happy in life in general. They feel like they're not going anywhere. And sometimes this is imposter syndrome. Sometimes we get that from trauma. But then most times it's just people who are not ready to put in the work. They don't want to put in the work to get where they want to be. They don't want to do anything. They just want to be where they want to be already. And that's not how it works. You have to love the process. You have to love the process in order to be where you are. Because how quick you could get something is how quick it could be gone. For example, I know people who love to gamble. And I do not know anyone who loves to gamble, actually. I lied. But everything that easy, y'all, is just as easy to lose. Everything that is not built could be broken. Just like that. Stop thinking that everything is going to come to you just like that. Change, real change, sustainable change doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a couple days. It takes time. If you are not happy with where you are, put in the work to get there. And do not think about the work being quick and easy, because if it was quick and easy, everyone around you would be able to do it. Alright, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Life with Ange. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to leave comments or to share, to like, and to DM me on Instagram if you have any questions or comments or feedback. See you next time. Bye.